Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel Ace Film Reviews, where we analyze, critique, and enjoy movies of all kinds. My name is Jackson Muncie, and today we will be looking at the film Gran Turismo, directed by Neill Blomkamp. Gran Turismo is based on the true story of real-life racer Jann Mardenborough, played by Archie Madekwe. In the beginning of the film, we follow Jann as he's addicted to playing Gran Turismo and has consistent issues with his family and discovering his own personal goals in life. Being one of the best sim drivers in all of Europe, Jann was chosen to compete in a massive Gran Turismo tournament for a chance to join the GT Academy, which was organized by Orlando Bloom's character Danny Moore and the Nissan marketing team. GT Academy is led by David Harbour's character Jack Saltaire, and its purpose is to test these sim drivers to hone their skills and see if they have what it takes to become an actual real-life racer. Gran Turismo follows Jann Mardenborough as he transforms from a sim driver to one of the best professional race car drivers in the world. At its heart, it's a simple underdog story, but it knows not to take itself too seriously. But it still manages to make you care and root for all characters on and off the track. Now, before I get into this review, I just want to say that after seeing the Gran Turismo trailer for, 2 or 3 months before every movie I saw leading up to August, I thought this movie was going to be complete dog shit. I was not excited at all. It looked so basic. I'm not a fan, really, of many video game movies, and I just wasn't ready for it to be good. With that being said, I first saw this movie roughly 2 or 3 weeks ago as a part of an early preview in a local theater. Since that time, I've now seen the movie 3 times total, so as you can tell, I enjoyed it quite a bit. Upon multiple viewings, I really only have 2 consistent issues with the film, and that's some spotty CGI here and there, and some cheesy acting. When I say cheesy acting, I am by no means talking about the main cast. They did an excellent job, and I will absolutely get to that in a little bit. But there are a few side characters who straight up act like NPCs, which for a video game movie, that's probably not that out of pocket, but it's very noticeable. Mainly, Avi, Jann's friend early in the movie, I guess he shows up at the end too, but he is there while he's trying to qualify for GT Academy, and he is just saying the most bland, monotonous comments, and you just want to tell him to shut up. Obviously you can't, but and then there's a few characters in GT Academy, and especially his opposing contestants in the actual race circuits can get pretty one-noted and don't have a lot of development, which honestly it's not their movie, it's about Jann, so I guess that's not too much of an issue. As for the CGI, it really wasn't too bad. There's a couple spotty shots near the end, mainly in the big climax race. There's a huge wreck, and there's also a helicopter that looks like it's out of a PlayStation 2 game. But once again, those are super minor issues and don't take away from the film hardly at all. Also, another very slight problem I had with the movie is some of the races do tend to rush a little bit. There's a huge training montage about halfway through the film, and some of the races kind of get cut down there, and they show some interesting shots that could have some cool content and backstory there, but it's really not that big of a deal because you get that content in those huge matches that really matter, like his qualification races, and especially near the end of the film, the last race is so much fun to watch. When talking about what I enjoy about Gran Turismo, I feel like I have to start with the acting. I mean, for a movie based around a driving simulation game for the PlayStation, it has zero right having this good of performances. 2 of the major standouts for me were David Harbour and Jann Mardenborough. Correct, I'm sorry if that's an incorrect pronunciation, but I'm pretty sure that's right. But regardless, they did absolutely amazing in this film. David Harbour, he's playing his typical middle-aged man with trauma that's caught up to him and consumed him, so he could have just honed it in for this role. Easily, he could have just got the paycheck and got out of there. But he delivered a truly amazing performance, and seeing him grow alongside Jann, and you uncover that backstory and see him look at Jann and see himself and try to correct where he went wrong, it's really beautiful. There's so many things that we wish we could change about our own lives, and watching him guide somebody to not make those mistakes, it's really a real relationship that is in a movie about driving cars. I'm not mad about it. As for Djimon Hounsou, it really is a shame he didn't have a larger role in this film. Every second he's on screen, you want him to stick around and get more time with him, and overall the role's done very well. He plays Steve Mardenborough, Jann's father, and he really doesn't understand why Jann's so obsessed with Gran Turismo and cars, and he thinks he's going nowhere. And everybody's experienced that insecurity of following your dreams and passions and trying to remain prominent in your family and keep them proud at the same time. And early on, it can be really difficult to watch that, and it's very easy to connect your own life to what Jann's going through. As the film progresses, you can kind of see their relationship grow and his father see that he might have been a little wrong and been a little harsh, but I really wish there would have been a little bit more time there, because it is a beautiful relationship and something that greatly benefited the film. Now, let's get to the meat of this, the races in the movie. Whether it's in GT Academy, even the game, and especially the races in the circuit, I was on the edge of my seat for every single race. And just for some background, I have not been into cars my entire life. I enjoy some movies like Ford vs. Ferrari, Rush. I'm all there for that, but I've never really gotten excited over cars. Since watching this movie, I spent 3 weeks contemplating buying a PlayStation 5 to play Gran Turismo. I bought Forza Motorsport 5, been playing that practically every day. Been looking into cars to buy. It's like a switch flipped or something. But the races in this movie are so thrilling and excellent and very enjoyable. In my opinion, the reason the races in Gran Turismo are so effective, well, it's partially that sound quality of the cars and the aesthetics and what you're looking at, but the meat of it is really how much you care about Jann Mardenborough. And Archie Madekwe does a beautiful job at portraying that development of Jann as he tries to make his own in the racing world. And between that effective performance and the beautiful display and effect of cars, the races truly are some of the best I've seen in a movie ever. Lastly, I just want to say that the soundtrack for this movie is really suiting, and one of the rare times I enjoy a soundtrack full of commercial music where it doesn't feel stale and just predictable. Also, I want to shout out the artist Joji. He's one of my favorites, and if I'm not mistaken, this is his first song in a feature-length film, and it was really cool to see that. Despite the few small errors here and there, overall, Gran Turismo is a very enjoyable time where you can turn your brain off and enjoy the thrills of racing while also getting to witness the deeply motivating development of Jann Mardenborough as he fulfills his lifelong dream. With that being said, I give Gran Turismo an A-, and I definitely recommend watching it in theaters while it's there, and I will absolutely be grabbing it once it comes out on Blu-ray. Thank you everyone for watching my review of Gran Turismo, and please let me know what you thought of the film down in the comments. If you enjoyed my review, please consider liking and subscribing. I'll see y'all next time, and stay excellent and party on, dudes.